Hazard lights. Hazard lights on. Hazard lights on. Activate hazard lights. Half speed. Speed 1/3. External view. Internal view. Half speed. Couldn't do this in the Rover. Wow, check out the climb. External view. Internal view. Now this is one thing the ground vehicles cannot do. How many times have I been stuck in these ravines? This is excellent. Can I climb this steep banking now? Let's have a go. Yeah. Pity it's not daylight. I can tell you I've done this so many times. It's just unbelievable. At this point I would have given up. External view. That's where the problem is. What would have been nice, instead of having the grapplers set, all you got to do is pull back on the stick to go up and down. I think it's set. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's set. Now, I think this should have been variable. So we've got control on the height, not it on automatic. Or is there setting in there that can put it on variable? A bit more realistic then, more hover mode-ish like. So basically, on the flat ground, the lower you fly, the faster it is, prone to more crashes. But if you can control the lever, it goes up, goes slower, less tilt. See? You can tell that's steep. Look at the angle of pitch of the cliffs, and I can still climb. Look at that. You could not do that in the Rover or any of the land vehicles. I think it's reached its steepness. That looks like a, wait, what is it? Half is 180, 90. I would say that's about a 100 degrees climb. You can't even walk it. Gravelets now have a place on planets. All they want now is a 4-seater version of this. Let's turn into the angle of it. 5 degrees steep. It's climbing. External view. It's climbing. So its trade-off is its robust. Because it can do all these things, the hull might not be strong enough. Good trade-off that. Let's see if they implement it. Rabblers are now back on the map. And I'm doing this in the dark. It ain't doing this one. Couldn't do this in any of the land vehicles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now I'm trapped myself. There's no way out. Oh, there's a way out. There's a way out. Okay, this doesn't look good. I'm going into a drop. Acceleration. External view. What's happened? Do this in the dark. The daylight isn't a problem. I always have problems in the dark. I'd be dead already or trapped. Now this has a place for exploration and expedition. No, not expedition. Yeah, exploration. That means looking and finding things, but Ah, expedition. Yeah, I could use land tools. This can actually go where no land vehicles can't go, and spaceships. Now the problem is, I know everybody's going to disagree, but with all these extra features, they have to make the hull lighter. Now what I mean by that is, I know they're not going to agree, but let's look at a motorbike on a road. Every time you go on a motorbike, you're going to break a limb or break something. That's down to the whole HP. But you don't get the same effect in a car because you're protected by the vehicle itself. So these have to be like a glass cannon. And to make the whole piece too light, then yes, it's silly, because every time you got, you die. So that means you'd have to have a special skill to be flying this, because the HP is very weak. Remember, it's a bike. It's not a car where you're protected. So it then comes down to skill and maneuverability. It can go fast, but as you know, make a mistake, you're gonna break limbs. I'd love to put this in Spectrum, but I'm in a lot of hot water with them at the moment. Basically, I do theory crafting, and I've probably put my opinions in, but it's distasteful to a lot of guys because they don't understand. And at the end of the day, it's first impressions. CIG doesn't like it, but they ain't complaining. But I would reduce the hull points on this, based on the fact it's a bike, based on the fact on real life scenarios. Bikes are like Evel Knievel. You break limbs when you fall off. The metal isn't as strong because it's hover. It has to be light so it can go certain heights. Armor plating is heavy. Look at this. See? Now, to get through the ravine, I have to go lower. And that puts wear and tear on the vehicle. I want this in my fleet. I've already got it in my fleet. No, I have not. I've got the Nox. This can carry cargo. Not much. About time it came daylight now. This is true exploration in the wilderness. They have to lighten the hull. And you know what they need? They need more visuality on the stress, on the whole stress, what they call it, because this is all guesswork. What's happening there now is turbulence. I'd love to apply this in Microtech. It frees me touches off. This is what you call true blizzard. This is getting bad. Wow. I need to seek shelter. Look at the blizzards. I need shelter. The experience is just unreal. All we need now is VR. I'm just staying here for a little bit until the blizzard dies down. I am a little bit cold. I'm a little bit cold. Is it the higher you go, the colder it is? Or is it the lower you go, the colder it gets? But I'm now sheltered from the mountains, the hills and whatnot. So while that's doing that, until the blizzard blows over, I'm going to make myself some brekkie. But this is unbelievable. Well, the next part now is to find out what vehicles it can go in. I know it can go in the ramps, but I'm not too sure on the bliffs. Based on the last experience nearly a week ago, but they'd have done improvements on that. How long will it be before it gets daylight? I still need shelter. At least I'm not dead yet. I'm just amazed how we can climb these steep hills. External view. I know you guys can't see much because it's dark, but I know I've been doing it so many times in the dark, I know what to expect. Sudden death. I just need to find out how to put this into words on Spectrum so the physics team can balance it properly. It's a bike at the end of the day, and the HP should be low because there's no protection, but it's got more versatility at the end of the day. So then it comes, when flying these, you have to have a skill. And going up something like this at the end of the day, that is brilliant. couldn't do it in a vehicle. So on a bike, you can. But in the real world, a bike is like Evel Knievel. Any sudden moves or overdo things, you break parts. Bikes are very thin metal, so they're not very strong. And secondly, because it's grab lifts, it has to be also light. So there has to be a trade-off. It comes down to the skill of the pilot. Normally, in a vehicle you can't climb this in any shape or form. For the trade-off, if you make a mistake or topple over, you're protected by the whole HPs. The trade-off, this can go anywhere, plus land vehicles can't go, spaceships can't go. See, as I said, I'm going to raise it because I've got height adjustment, but it should be variable, not fixed. And as you can see, the high winds are not there now, and that self-awareness, I can start flying again, moving again, driving again, riding again. Okay, next week, I've got the Nox. I don't think I've got the Dragonfly. It's going to be added. That's going on the Carrack. At the angle of that climb. No way you could do that in a vehicle. Look at the angle, look. 40 degrees steep climb. A vehicle would topple over. It wouldn't even climb it. Because it's got some strong HP. Look at that. And that comes now down to speed and control. 50 degrees! You can't even walk up that. No, I'm not going to test it because I might not get back on my bike. Hover's got a strong place in my heart now. Look, you can climb it, look. Look at the angle. That's almost a straight vertical hill. That is to do with lift, thrust, and acceleration. Look at that! So it comes down to skill at the end of the day. Whoa, now I want to get underneath that. I've got to drop it. See? Speed 2 clicks. I know it's through speed and stream at the same time, but I don't want to miss nothing. I'm just waiting for daylight now. You see, it's harder to do these things at night. That's why I'm so conscious of its limitations. I'm not stuck here, far from it. But if I was on foot or in a vehicle, you can guarantee I would be stuck. I know it's going to sound stupid, but this ship is a little bit OTT. Well, it's just they have to reduce the hull, and they're not going to agree to that because if they don't understand the physics of law, you're not going to do it. But you see, people that can't fly, they'll be crashing and dying. But you've got to have the right tools to do this. I'm using eye tracking. I'm using joysticks. I'm using foot pedal. I'm using thrust, acceleration, and elevation to go with strive, whichever you want to call it. There's no way I could do this without those operators. Look at that! Look at that! And I'm learning as I'm going along. I know it's a steep friggin' angle. Look at that! At least 45. I'm going to take my foot off everything. Just watch. You see? It's going down. You can't do this with keyboard and mouse. Well, no you can't. And what I mean is, how can I explain this? You've got a motor car, okay, in the real world. Would you put a keyboard and mouse to steer the car in the real world? Hell no. But it's expected to do this in the game. But the game has these facilities. Now watch me climb it again. Slowly. That's too fast. I'm not got eye tracking at the moment because my head's all over the place. You see? Now I'm going to give it more thrust. As you can see, it's climbing. And remember, the vehicle has to be light to do this. So obviously the heart armor would be at a disadvantage. And I'm not even using much power again. You can see, look at the arm speed indicator. I would turn it directly on it, but it's a little twitchy at the moment. See? This will kill the land vehicles in some aspects, but not thoroughly. Now imagine if it had a 4-seater in this now. I know you say, well, why not have a spaceship? Well, like I said, later on in the future, you're going to have, we can't fly ships in them areas. That is one Steve angle. I'm going to put daylight here. I hope CIG doesn't overlook this problem by saying nothing. I'd love to, but leave it to the content creators that can explain the theory behind it, or so say the logic or the concept. This is another level. About time to fix the grab lifts. You see, I'm now using Struve to keep memento. I might have to give it more thrust. As you can see, look at that, damn! It's got to be balanced. More thrust. Now I'm stuck. Careful. I don't want to take the thrust off because I'm going to drop like a bullet. On level ground now, so I need to drop it, and that is what I mean. If the height level could be variable, what I mean by variable, I'm pulling back on the stick, it's fixed and it stays there. But if I could adjust the stick so I've got full control of height adjustments, I can also have variable speed. Oh, I'm not even sat down in my sweet spot yet. That's better. I'll go up. See? I need more engine to go up. You see? That's what they missed out. You're not supposed to be able to climb this with normal vehicles, but you can with what they call, but it's a balance. I'm now using joystick and thrust to climb. Easy now. With higher elevation. But sometimes you need to be able to drop it. You're not supposed to be able to do this normally. Took my hands off the sticks, it's going down. But I need to find somewhere going up. I can't. Yes, I can. But I can't see properly. I want to see the proper angle of this. Wait a minute, am I? No, I'm not underneath the planet. According to this, I am. Wait a minute. Something's wrong here. I'm not underneath the planet. I bet those are graphic glitches they've never explored before. Whoops. Speed 1 click. Speed 2 clicks. Speed 3 clicks. You see, I need height, you see. As you can see, and full elevation and full control. That is friggin' brilliant. It's just a matter of time before they all catch on. Well, let's leave this to the intelligent mathematicians now. I really want to put this in Spectrum, but I'm going to get a lot of shit. No, the reason why I'm a bit conscious about Spectrum and things like that, because it's not CID that's a problem, it's the people that don't understand. And because of that, they have to listen to the majority. Remember, this comes under common sense, because remember, half the stuff in space is all theory, because they've not really experienced it properly yet. See, the more I do this, the more experience I get. There's nothing wrong with the programming. It's the way it's been approached. Internal view. These grapplers can go in the most difficult terrains that you can explore. If I didn't know any better, for the next 3 patches, if not more, these goblins are going to dominate. But only if you got the right tools. Keyboard ain't going to cut it. Sorry. And remember, this is all possible because I'm using eye tracking, so I can actually see a bit more of the terrain. And anticipate things before it happens. Look at this one now, I'm going to climb this. Remember, I'm not even at full throttle, I'm only at 25% and I can still climb this. But I need to climb it more, so to do that I'm going to have to give it frost. I'm not going forward, trust me, it's not supposed to be. As you can see, that is frost. Now, whoa, whoa. 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 Those magnificent men in the flying machine, they go whoopity whoop whoop, they go whoopity whoop whoop. Pepper, shut up, understood what you're doing. You don't want to kill a good thing going now, dude. I killed it from when I opened my mouth. Speed 2 clicks. See, I can't climb that. Oh, it's climbing, it's climbing. Yeah, it's climbing. It's going to be daylight soon, that's what I'm waiting for. Daylight. Let's rest for 5 minutes. It's going down. It's going down. I need it central. If I can stay here until it gets daylight, you'll see how much terrain I've climbed with this. Do this in a land, well, you couldn't do this in a land vehicle. It's not going to let you, and you can't do it on foot unless you've got a rope. I'm going to say rope, not like rock climbing and them kind of things. They're not in the game yet. Yes, you could with the tractor beams, but that's not quite working yet. I wonder, in them caves, what would this be like? Oh, hi, what is it called? Confidence calling. VOIFYI. I won't know what that means. Vertical. He must know something. Condence Collins. VOI. Well, I'm trying to stay here until sunrise, and I'm going to show you how much terrain I've actually cleared. You couldn't do this in any normal vehicle in the previous patches. I know, because I spent a lot of time at Lowville in these vehicles doing all of this. And to tell you the truth, it was a difficult decision, actually. Do I do this at Microtech or do I do it at Lowville? Basically, because I've actually got a couple of missions going on in the live, which that's taking up my time at the moment. But this is going in my fleet. I mean, it's going on my vehicles, one of my spaceships. But I'm not confident it's working on the ramps properly. What I mean is, I've had a couple of glitches in the 600i when the lift is going up. Remember when we first had the rovers and we put them in 600i, how it glitched through the bottom? It's a bit like that. I'm not saying it's doing it now, okay, because I'm not took a 600i out. But last week when I did that, I had a couple of problems. Like I said, I didn't really have the time to test it thoroughly. But like I said, at the end of the day, if CIG's seen this, they will fix it. If they haven't seen it in the PTU, we're going to have these same problems in the live. And guess what? What we've seen here today is going to be nerfed. I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean is, we want the experience of things work so we can carry on our role play. You know what I mean? Just like cargo. Cargo is something I do, but because I can't do scrap, I noticed that in the PTU, and I knew we weren't going to be fixed in the PU in the live. It came straight in the live. Then when it went into live, everybody noticed it, and it was nerfed. So everybody's now doing cargo, is now doing bounty to survive, because there's no risk. Well, it's a long story. It's a long story. I'm not combat. Come on, daylight. Sunrise is almost there now. I've been going now 1 hour and 10 minutes. But you can see what I've climbed already. You know what I mean? Look at the vertical steepness. That was actually done in this. Coming down isn't a problem. Let's go down a bit. I don't think it's as stable because it's too patchy. But as you can see, I'm now low. This dragonfly is pretty big, you know. I've yet to do this in the Nox. 10 minutes. I can't stay in the PTU all day. I've got to go back into live. I'm doing a role play on the Hammerhead at the moment. Well, it looks like I've got quite a bit of sunlight, but I just want a bit more. I just want to show you how much terrain I've climbed with this vertical steep hill. And this was done in the dark. As you can see, look at that. Now the question is, am I going to be so foolish enough to do it in the daylight just to prove a point? Now you know at the end of the day the vehicles can't climb those hills. Nothing wrong with that. So why can this do it? It's all to do with balance and physics. It doesn't mean say it's better than the land vehicles because you've got protection in that. But Hobber's going to dominate. So you know what I'm going to do? How should I fly down? I can fly down cautiously. So I survive, or I can do what everybody else do, go like a bat in hell. Let's climb up because I need the height for stability. I'm going to go all the way down and I'm going to climb it in daylight. And I'm going to try and explain what the hell's going on. the way I see it. Doesn't mean I'm right, but I can't explain it any other way. Look at that. So we're going to do a retake now in daylight. You see? Look at that angle. It can climb that angle. I'm going to try and prove it. I know you guys want to see it fail, but it's not a question of failing. It's learning and understand what's happening. I'm now speeding up a bit, and I've got full. Whoa! I changed something. I've got to give it height while I'm coming down. See, it's all a balance. I'm now giving it more thrust to slow it down. I'm actually giving it thrust. I'm actually giving it thrust for balance. Right, I'm almost at the bottom. I chose to come down sideways, okay, because obviously there's not enough tilt when it goes up and down. Okay. So I'm using physics and gravity to help it. So basically what I'm saying here now is, look, you got the grab lift, the hover mob, you got a flush of air underneath it. That will help give it elevation. You've also got a height leveling, which CIT's put in there, which is good. But that should be variable. So we've got control of that, okay? Now on a land vehicle, as you know, according to physics, you can't climb up a hill above a certain angle, okay, which is true. But what the point I'm trying to make out with this is, in the real world, right, you got bikes, you know, they're like Evel Knievel, low hit points, you fall off, you break your neck, you know what I mean? But it has to be light enough so it can rise, you know what I mean? Now if you put all of that into account into this vehicle will dominate a vehicle without a basically, if it's got armor, it's too heavy, so it's not going to work, okay? Because obviously it's got to be light as possible as it can. But the trade-off, it can go where other vehicles cannot go, but you have to have skill to do it. It's not just putting your foot on the mashing your foot to the pedal and just taking off. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's move on. Engines on.
Engines online.
Right. Now I'm going to try and go forward. Like I said, I just don't want to die. But you want to see what the hell's going on. Okay. Speed 2 clicks. Going to raise it so I've got more balance. I prefer to do it at a tilt because obviously you got a better angle of attack, and what I mean by that is, look at the nose. You see, if it was going sideways, I've got less chance of it hitting something. And I'm taking it very slow. But when I go to that, what they call, like I said, I'll have to, but you've now got, when you're going up the hill, you've got the steepness and the thrusters. The thrusters is what is, the speed limiter, or what we call it, is what's actually climbing that hill. Okay, but if you give it too much, you know what's going to happen. But I'm using foot pedals, so I got full control, or near enough. TV's going off, just give me a second. The good thing is this physics team's got it a bit better. Oh gosh, we got turbulence, we got wind. There it goes. Lights.
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 Okay. I'm trying to find somewhere that's hard, but what's happened, as you can see, we've got a sandstorm. Yeah, we got everything coming into the game now. But I want visibility while I'm doing this, you see, just to give a visual experience what I'm trying to explain. It's not questions trying to explain, really. It's not rocket science. Right. Okay, it's clearing. Get enough height. See, this is what I mean. This is fixed. Okay. So if you take your stick off, it just stays. But you should be able to balance it, variable. Now I'm going to go up slowly. Okay. But to get the height, I can't pull up on the stick. I have to give it more thrust. You see. But at the same time, because I'm on a direct attack of going up the hill, I've got to also give it acceleration to go forward. But it's got to be balanced. See, I've got to put my hand off the stick there now. That's okay. But if I want the thrust, come off the speed and give it the height. As you can see, look at that. And this is what I mean. Right? To get up there, I'd have to go at an angle because of the way it's set. But I'm now climbing the hill by giving it thrust. As you can see. And it's doing it. Don't want to touch the acceleration too much because I'll take off like a bat in hell. I need to go for an angle of attack again. Height for clearance. Full thrust, or as it going, I'm not even using boost yet. It's straightening. Now to climb the hill, I need what they call it. It will climb it. Okay? There's no way you could do this with keyboard and mouse on its own. You can't. I'm trying to attack it but direct. I'm not trying to prove anybody wrong here. I'm not trying to prove anybody right. I'm just saying, look at the new physics and things we can do with this kind of knowledge we've got. I'm attacking it too hard here. Now I'm going to take off its angle and attack it from the side. There's a what do you call it? I've got my eye tracking there too much now. I'm facing the wrong way. It's a balance, really. Let's see if we can do it any other way. 1 minute. Full power to the engines.
Roger.
Now I'm going to be using boost now. I've run out of boost. Oh wait a minute, I've not got full thrust. That's why I wasn't climbing. Okay, now I've got full thrust. Come on, don't do something stupid now, Pepper, and die. Because all you're doing is proving it doesn't work. Now trying to prove it does work. It's not climbing. Okay, go for direct. Speed 3 clicks. Throttle was too high. I want to go up that angle there because it's harder. I got to give it acceleration there to go forward to keep the air equal. Try again. Try again. Keep it on the angle of attack. I thought I was there. External view. what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to pivot right at the top. I'm gonna die in this, I can see it. I don't want to overshoot, you see. External view. As you can see, look how steep that is. You cannot walk up that, and you can't use a vehicle. Now when you've got the caves and things like that involved, you're not going to be able to have spaceships going in there. You want things like this. But they're going to have to balance it. And the only thing I can see is weaken the hull on this. And they're not going to allow it because half the 75% of the players in Star Citizens are inexperienced. You make things too easy, they don't learn. Now the next thing is what to do now. I can't go and get the Nox out or another vehicle. By the time I get back here it will be dark. So let's fly around and see what it's like with the Toby. It'd be nice if we could tilt the nose though. Internal view. You can see with the Toby, you've got more self-awareness now. Can't wait to start doing VR. By the way, I'm not using Toby version 5, I'm using Toby version 4. I got Toby version 4 when it first came out, when there wasn't much support, so I written my own little script to do certain things. Now Toby's now catching on in a big way, not just in these little operators but also in eye tracking. Now the difference between Toby 4 and Toby 5, if I remember correctly, I think the Toby 4 has got less field of view. I did read something of a blog that in Toby 5 they had something to do with the mouse that they stopped. I don't want to elaborate on that because I haven't got it, and I've noticed a lot of people say when you say things, if you ain't got it, don't say anything. But I'm also watching other people's streams too, you know what I mean, because I still rate these operators and I'm still promoting it, you know what I mean, because I do like Japanese, but I am moving it into VR and also micro OLED. Now the HP is slightly getting dated, but it's still a strong apparatus. But the when I say getting dated, what I mean by that is the micro OLED looks like everybody's saying, hey, that's the way to go. But what's worrying me now, CIG has got this anti-cheat program in what they call it. Yes, it's needed. It took me a long time to understand the reasons why. Okay, because I don't do cheating, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't agree to. Basically, the reason why I was objecting to the cheating thing is because it adds more resources to the processor, causing problems. That's the reason why I was objecting. Okay, not because of this or because of that. Okay, and at the end of the day, CIG put it in so everybody has to have it in there to look for certain software. You know what I mean? So I understand why the cheat software is in there. Okay, so we can get a better, because I don't know how these guys are cheating, but that's not the point. Okay, it's to make the game a better equal at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, reading on some of the scripts of this cheat thing, it seems like it's going to affect VR. I don't know how, I don't know why, because VR is the next thing for this at the end of the day, and if it's got some certain blocks in it, it won't work. And like I said, VR is where this will be going eventually. Yes, they'll sort it out, but remember, CIG only works on supply and demand. As stupid as it means, what I mean is, if you don't cry out for these particular features to get into the game, CIG hasn't got the time to put it in. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? So things like the Pimax 8K12 and stuff like that, if they don't sort the easy cheat out, it's gonna kill VR. And me, at the end of the day, I don't want to spend £2,000 on a VR headset, right, for this, and then find out because that cheap thing's in there stopping it, it's £2,000 down the drain. Now, why do I say it's very important? Because I swear by Toby, okay? If it's not got Toby in it, I ain't using it. I'm sorry. That's the way I see it, because Toby is reliable. They don't just give up when they come out with something new. They upgrade the old software so it still works. I'm using Toby 4C, okay? This is Toby 4C, okay? Now, HP, the Reverb Omnicept, is also part of Toby 4C. Can you see where I'm coming from? So why did I say that the G-Verb will be dated? No, it is not dated. What I mean is the successor is micro OLED or micro display or whatever. That is the successor. The new versions of Toby's or headsets will have these features in. But like I said, I suspect we might have a problem, right, with this anti-cheat. I don't know what's in it, but at the end there, I've just heard so many people say the software doesn't work. But I'm not going to spend £2,000 for the software not to work, and then you go back to company and say you don't want it because it doesn't work, because of whatever. These things need to be looked into. This is just a heads up, not to discriminate, to look into these problems. You know what I mean? But this is Toby, okay? As you can see, full control. But I've got my own software working with Toby at the moment. That's why it's a little bit extra smooth. Not saying the way they're doing it ain't right. They know what they're doing. You know what I mean? I'm just a 2-bit programmer or whatever you want to call me at the day. I just want my things to work to the best of my ability so I can experience this. And experience this is what I like. Full immersion. I've had to turn my graphics down just to get this smoothness. I can turn it up, but I don't even know what resolution I'm in at the moment actually. Let's just check. I can't change too much because I am running in OBS, okay? And because I'm running in OBS, obviously, if I change the resolution, I've got to start messing with that. But I've got things on low. I'm going to rank it up. I'm going to crash the system. That's not CIG now, okay? So don't get that wrong. That's me pushing my PC above its means. I've not got SLI on today, so I can't do certain things. Okay, and you can see I'm in 1080p. I'm less than 1980. I can go higher, but like I said, I want the game to work. I want it to work flawlessly. So there's no point pushing it above a certain criteria, and it crashes. You know what I mean? It can do it, all right. But I've not tested this at the end of the day on its highest quality. In 4K. And I know what this is like in 4K, and I also know what it's like in 8K. The quality is unbelievable. But to get quality like that, I have to use SLI. I'm only using two 1080 Ti's, okay? I'm not ready to upgrade my graphics cards yet because these are by Vortex. And I bought this on a test thing 4 years ago when it first came out. And I'm still happy with it. To what it can do today, 4 years behind the 1080. Sorry, the 3080, because the TIs in those are not out yet. I'm not supposed to be saying what I don't know, okay? Because I'm getting a lot of critics at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But like I said, I can only work with the versions that I've got because I'm about saving money, not wasting money. There's a difference. And as far as I'm concerned, these two 1080 Ti's has actually worked out cheaper than a 30 Ti. Now what I mean by that is, when I got my two 1080 Ti's, alright, it cost me, I can't remember the price, so I'm just going to give you a rough idea in the figures. 900 quid, that's 1800 quid this cost me for two 1080 Ti's running in SLI that is not supported. That's 1800. Now then came out the 20 Ti RTX. Okay, now if I just kept the one card and upgrade as normal, I'd be throwing away my old 1080 Ti and replace it with a 2080 Ti. That's another standard model. Obviously, would have been the Founders Edition of 500 quid. So the first one would have been a 1080 Ti, 500 quid. I'm making up prices here, okay? Okay, because I can't remember, it's a long time back. Then I would have upgraded to the 20 Ti at 500 quid. That's £1,000. Then you got the 30 Ti, okay, adding another 500 quid. That's 1500 quid. Now you got the 380 Ti, which is not even out yet, of another 500 quid. That's £2,000. Do you see where I'm coming from? And my two 1080 Ti's are just about adequate. So in the long run, I've saved. Yeah, I know you can sell off your old cars or whatnot, but not much people like selling their old stock. You know what I mean? They want to keep them. To me, this works, and it has made me a saving, and it will still work for another 2 or 3 years to come. My friend had got a 3090 Ti a couple of days back. My teeth nearly dropped out of my mouth because I know he's going to be taking a piss out of me. And I'm going to have to be saying all this bullshit, and then he's going to get upset with me because he doesn't understand the things behind it, when it's not worth about what's better and whatnot. It's understanding the mechanics inside it. Yeah, we know it's got ray tracing, but ray tracing is something new. You know what I mean? And I do like it, but like I said, I got two 1080 Ti's by Zortex. You know what I mean? And in them days it was okay, but when they say it's not supported, if you can write your own script or put your own things in there, you can get it to work. You know what I mean? But you see, with my Zortex, if I remember correctly, in the blogs, it was already overclocked. So obviously, for me to do certain things, I had to downclock it so it didn't crash. There's a lot of things there going on, because don't forget, when these were out, this technology for these PCs wasn't there, so we had a lot of problems. At the moment I'm running on one card. I can run it on 2 cards, so let me check the temperatures. But this is okay, because I'm not pumping the graphics. If it was in 4K there now, and I wanted this, I'd have to run it in SLI. And then you got super sampling and all this lot, because remember, it all takes a lot of situations on the processor. Plus I've got 256 gigs of RAM. Sorry, I keep saying that. 128 gigs of RAM. That's also helping with the shader cache and all them kind of things. There's a lot of things running in my PC, but my PC in that time was overkill. I'm just putting Toby's eye tracking in now, as you can see, and I'm going to put my added bits in there too, stabilizers. It's nothing special about my stabilizers. Basically, what my stabilizers does, it's correcting the corrections of the error, because it's working with it. So basically, it's like a learning thing. Basic. I can't even explain it really. You know what I mean? You call it smoothing and whatnot, but if you look, it's stable, but it's working in itself. I can't explain it. You know what I mean? It's just, you look at algorithms, only a couple of lines. You can see at the end of the day how steady it is. Toby might have it in there already, I don't know. Well, no, they haven't. Because at the end of the day, it's not all Toby's program. We've also got CIG stuff in there. You know what I mean? But then I got to write a diagram on what it does and why it does it before they use it. But too many subroutines at the end of the day doesn't help the PCs. It could do another routine to make it more stable, but I don't want to do too much, because at the end of the day CIGs is always updating, so spending hours of working these formulas out is a waste of time at the end of the day. That's the way I see it. Basically what I mean, I could take 2 weeks to work out the formula, then all of a sudden CIG comes out with a new patch So basically my work is then wasted, basically, you know what I mean? It will still work on other programs to do with this when they come up with new bikes or whatnot, because obviously when they come with these you're very twitchy, you know what I mean? The good thing is you've got time to look around. And the only reason why I started working on this because my other half my other half suffered from motion sickness. Me being a streamer, she liked to watch me streams. I don't know why, but she likes to watch me stream. So I had to do something so she could sit down there watching it, you know what I mean? And this is what I came up with. I could make it better, at least another 50% better, but like I said earlier, I don't want to be sitting down there writing these scripts at the end of the NCIG updates. Yes, I could give them informers, but I don't think they're really interested really in what I've got, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it depends who's doing it, do they understand it, you know what I mean? And I've got to sit down and try and explain documentations, why it does this, and what makes it good for the future. And me, at the end of the day, I just want to play the game just like everybody else. But you see, when it comes to a big program like this, you've got to be careful who you mention it to, because if somebody's doing something on this and you don't know, and CIG likes it, they're going to nerf somebody else's program. That's going to cause atmosphere, confrontation, basically. You know what I mean? But remember, it's to make the game better, to make the game efficient. You know what I mean? Which I understand. But like I said, it's just not worth the hassle at the end of the day, which I've gone through. So most of these stuff there now, just keep to myself now. You know what I mean? Half speed. Gain height. Oh, I'm going too fast. I'm zoomed in, okay, that's why it's a little bit blah blah, and the quality is not as high because I'm in low res. I'm going to zoom out now. Oh, I'm already zoomed out. I'll zoom in then. If I wasn't streaming, I would have changed all this and show you what it's like in 4K properly. Speed 1/3. Try not to hit any rocks on the way. I am really shifting now. Oh, I know what they can do. I ain't going no faster than this. There's no way a land vehicle can get you back this quick. I'm going too bully because I just got to make sure I'm above them things because they won't kill me. Yeah, they will kill you. Trust me. They will kill you. I'm actually flying above my normal standards. But I am doing a heck of a lot at the same time. I ain't taking any chances. Ooh. I'm dead dancing around my sea at the moment because I've got to also try and keep the sweet spot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, slow down and see where I am. I haven't got my bearings yet. External view. Hi, Rebecca Hopkins. Internal view. Make it. Yeah. Damn. That's close. I can see everybody using this in the Daymar rally. But they need to make it a little bit more riskier. So you can't fight these speeds without no consequences. You've got to have a balance. Whoa. Got to have a balance, or this will nerf all the other vehicles. I'm actually flying with one hand now. Oh boy. I remember when I used to fly here, rocks would appear from nowhere and kill me. Ah. Where is the way home? Follow that train line. Got to be going somewhere. It's raining. Come to think of it, I need to find out what my processor's doing. I forgot all about that. Right, let's have a quick look. Right, my card is running at 40%, at 40 cells. Oh! The CPU is running at 100%. That's not good. So why is it not crashed? Let's turn the things back to normal. Okay, it's brought it down to... Oh no, I know what it is. The reason why it's not gone down is because it's not properly set up. So I have to keep it going through the graphics card. Oh boy. Now apparently there, I've just checked on my CPUs, running at 99.9%. That's too high. I like to keep redundancy, you see. I check this all with Task Manager. Can I get hold from here? Let's do a bit of this. Full power to the shield.
Roger.
Now let's find my way home. I can't, I'm nowhere near. I'm more than 10 kilometers away. Oh, Night Charles is back. That's going to give them guys something to do. Right, what am I going to do now? Scan all ships in the area.
Scanning.
That should get me back home. Hazard lights.
Roger.
What's that? So if that weighs 5, somewhere about there would be about 6. So I've got to find that location. See? Back up. Told you things can keep not careful. See, when you're doing all these tests, it's not how quick you can die, because you can't die. It's trying to do it to the edge of the seat of your pants. without dying. Because when you die, you've got to start all over again. And with me, I'm an explorer. So Death of a Spaceman is also a big part in my roleplay. I've also added into that, I'm also a fugitive. But it's not just being a baddie, because I'm not really a baddie. You're not allowed to do certain things when you're a fugitive. You can't just go out killing people, but they're out to kill you. But with being a fugitive, you can't go certain places, so you've got to find workarounds. All those things. Creating your own roleplay. But the good thing about this, already in the game, you don't know what to expect. Just last week, I was at Port Korea. Okay, I was in a normal ship. I'm trying to think what ship was I in. I think I was in the Hammerhead. Yeah, bloody strong ship, but no medical supply. And I haven't learned the medical things, and I ate some of the food that poisoned myself. So, with me poisoning myself, I had no way of fixing myself back up. So I had to run to the nearest clinic, and look how long that took. That was a roleplay, yeah, people just killed themselves, but it was just excitement. What are you going to do next in the game? The game's not finished, but there's enough content in there. You know what I mean? Depending what type of roleplay you picked. Now, whoa, you see what I mean? You can't just fly just like that. You're flying on the seat of your pants. Can't see shit. And the worst thing of all, have you got enough time to finish your journey? Remember, this ain't got no bed locking on it, so the only thing you can do is log out. I'm looking for Terminal 6. I should have took Terminal 5 when I had it. Half speed. Right. Now I know I'm going the wrong way. But it says it's just over yonder. So we go a bit further. Got plenty of food. I've been up all night, as you know. I started at nightfall. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I started at nightfall. You ain't going to tell me there ain't enough gameplay now for grab lifts. There's a huge new opening, and I started to explore the space exploration yet, but I won't be able to do that now until they bring them new explosive mines, which they want to do for the mining, but I've got other uses for it. but I can't do or say anything until it's actually in game, because I'm getting a lot of criticism at the end of the day. You know what I mean? How do you know? Where's the information come from? This is not the way CIG wants it. But like I said, it's for us to explore what you can and cannot do with these things. And even after all these years, I'm still a multi-role bug tester. That's not going to change. I've changed the way I'm playing. Okay. Okay! Now what happened there? I bumped into something. Right, now I can go back into the game. Basically I was playing reckless, okay? And that's what I mean.